active shooter incident. Thankfully, that was not the case, but we did have a shooting that took place in the school. One suspect, one victim. At 12:36 again was the initial call. There was the SRO assigned to the school who was in the school who did not hear the shot, as the principal, I apologize, the principal of the school also was in the school at the time, did not hear the shot, but heard the commotion that resulted from it. Both the principal and our SRO responded to the scene. Nurses, the shooting took place in a first floor men's bathroom. After the initial shooting, the suspect left the bathroom, left the school. Other individuals in the school brought the victim out into the hallway, where he was immediately attended to by nurses as part of the public school system. Within the first 2 minutes, we had our first response deputy on the scene. Within 15 minutes, more than 100 police officers were here from all of our local partner agencies, Bel Air, Aberdeen, Havre Grace, the Maryland State Police, as well as Transportation Authority, and I know I'm going to miss somebody. Baltimore County Police sent units up into the county. ATF is here. I've received calls from other jurisdictions offering their support. The medics from Department of Emergency Services were here in a matter of minutes as well. Immediately attended to the patient, who was airlifted to a trauma center. Again, he is the victim in this shooting is a 15-year-old male who is in serious condition. Last we heard, the suspect in the case, thanks to our community members, the suspect in our case was apprehended within minutes. He's a 16-year-old student at the school. This was his first day, although we're 4 days into the school year. This was his first day in the school, and this altercation apparently took place in the bathroom that resulted in a single shot, what we believe to be a single shot being fired, which struck the victim. He went a short distance away to some houses. They also called the police, called dispatch. Information was given to responding deputies, who were able to encounter him very quickly and make an arrest. With our criminal-friendly legislature here in Maryland, this is a 16-year-old suspect that we are now not allowed to talk to. So as far as trying to give some information, our detectives to get information about the questions I have, that all of our partners behind me have, as to why we're not allowed to ask the suspect in this case. We do have, we've talked to the state's attorney, we do have sufficient information that he will be charged in association with this shooting without the need to be interviewed. Overwhelming evidence, if you will. But again, that investigation is ongoing. I'm very thankful again for the quick response of our deputies, of all of our officers and the troopers in the county, all of our allied partners, all the Office for Assistance, the Department of Emergency Services, the great work at Dispatch Center. I know Rick Ayers is with us, the Director of DES, County Executive is with us. I can't introduce everybody, but again, a tragic day, 4 days into the school year. We're all familiar with the horrible shooting that took 4 lives in Georgia just a couple of days ago, and here we stand in Harford County with a school shooting. That's about as much investigative information as I'm going to release at this point. It's early on. We have so many of our partners working with us. I'm joined by Dr. Bolson. You can't undersell his staff and what they did. Again, the principal and the nurse attending to this victim right away, hopefully giving him a good chance to survive this event, I pray. Dr. Bolson, did you want to say anything?
Thank you, Sheriff. So I would like to start by thanking all of these first responders. I pulled up to the school to see just a sea of lights and people doing their jobs on behalf of our students in this community. So thank you so much for that. Also to know that, you know, our hearts are breaking for the victim and this victim's family. The circumstances are absolutely terrible, and this should not be happening in schools. I also want to thank our parents for their patience. You know, when an incident happens, our job first is to secure the students and make sure that when we do release them back to their families, that we're doing it as carefully and we're keeping as much track of everybody as we possibly can. So for anyone who still isn't aware, you know, the reunification site is at Good Shepherd Presbyterian Church just up the road here. That process is working. We've had families going through and being reunified with their children at this time. Again, thank you to this entire community, all of the first responders. Thank you so much. I want to say on behalf of my staff, thank you to them. They did the job. Unfortunately, we prepare for things like this, but it's never the same as when it actually happens. And so, you know, we're you know, just devastated to be a part of this awful group of schools that have experienced things like this. And we're going to do everything we can, working with this community to make sure this absolutely never happens again.